Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello people and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. This is an exciting stream because we're not going to talk about the transfers and this guy is going to go here and this guy is going to go there. We're going to talk about the possibility and what is going on. Why are Liverpool targeting Isak while Arsenal are getting Gyökeres? And why are Arsenal targeting Eze while Liverpool might be in for Rodrygo? Arsenal were... And I spoke about it on the other stream, but before we talk about it, hit that like button, people, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're very close to actually 37,000 subscribers. With all your work and all your support, of course, with us, we actually reached some of our goals this month. We are in for a historic month. So, mods, please push the likes. If you are watching this on the replay, guys, hit that like button and subscribe to the channels, because we're in for a very exciting Premier League season. And I wanted to talk about a couple of comments that actually came through in the last show. Like there are people that are saying that Gyökeres is better than Isak, he will score more goals. But I wanted to ask a question to Arsenal fans and also to Liverpool fans. How do you feel being an Arsenal fan, where I said before, right? I said before that during the last February and March and January, all the talk between us and the Arsenal fans, and I want to hear what Arsenal fans think. Like that, listen, Arsenal, the dream is Isak. We want to get Isak. We want to get this guy. He is the dream. We next season want to get Isak, just for Liverpool to actually come now and try to bid for the guy. That is something that is unexpected, to be honest with you. So basically, Arsenal pivoted to Gyökeres, which is a great player. I like Gyökeres. I think he's going to score buckets with Arsenal. I genuinely think that Viktor Gyökeres is going to be phenomenal. But at the same time, you cannot tell me that Arsenal are getting better, but Liverpool are not even getting more better. You get my point? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And big up my man, Texas guy, of course. Big up my friend for the first super chat. Multi-Licky Texas is saying, why does Mo look like Arteta's brother? Yeah, I don't look like Arteta. I am look much better. Kevin, don't be rattled and just argue with me with common sense. Don't be rattled and argue with me with common sense. I'm not saying that Liverpool will get Isak, but Arsenal didn't even try, right? Yeah, I know that you wanted Gyökeres. I know that you wanted Gyökeres, but you also wanted Isak before. You know what I mean? But in the same time, do you think, now let me ask you something for all the Arsenal fans in the chat, if you get Gyökeres, okay, and you get Eze, but Liverpool sell Diaz, and they get Isak, okay, let's say they only get Isak, okay, and I want honesty, right? I want honesty. If Liverpool only got Isak, so the window is Isak, Wirtz, Frimpong, Gyökeres. Do you think you close the gap on Liverpool, or the gap is bigger now between Arsenal and Liverpool? Unless you think there was no gap. I think that now if Arsenal go on and get Rodrygo and get Eze along with Gyökeres, now you can say you're on par with Liverpool. You are similar. You know what I mean? You know that you're similar. But if Liverpool get Isak, they basically moved. Like I said, if the gap was, let's say the Premier League, let's say the teams, like we rank the teams out of 10. If Liverpool last season were 8 and Arsenal were 7, you improved to 8 and they improved to 10, right? But if Liverpool get Rodrygo and Isak, I think that is shambles. I think you got better, but Liverpool got even more better than you. You know what I mean? But is that enough? I know that you can't do anything about it. As Arsenal fans, you can't do anything about it. Pick up Tyler, telling the people, like the video, guys. We cannot have over 300 people here and not even 100 likes. Yani how are we sitting here? Listen, I just finished a show and I'm doing a show within some hours. So yeah, at least support the channel. Yani I'm putting in the work. So you gotta put in the work. Like at least have some respect for the work I'm putting, ya akhi. Like the damn video, right? The people that say that Rodrygo is going, but let's start by putting this. I wanted to speak about this. The guy, you're absolute afraid. You think Joao Pedro is better than Isak and Rodrygo and Gyökeres? Yeah, have some shame. Have some shame and decorum. Have some shame and decorum. No, you cannot be serious. Have some shame and decorum. Have some shame. And decorum, come on. He's a bowler, but he's not better than these guys. So come on now. Anyway, so people that think that Rodrygo's going Arsenal, do you guys really think that Rodrygo is gonna go Arsenal along with Eze? Along with Eze? Like you think Arsenal are gonna sign both Eze and Rodrygo? Like we'll see. I said that it's possibility, but at the current moment, the links to Rodrygo by Arsenal died a little bit. But also, I want to say something to the Liverpool fans. I actually think that if Liverpool sign Ekitike and Newcastle keep Isak, they basically tricked you. And tell me I'm wrong. I know you're going to be happy with Ekitike. He's one of your targets and everything. But in the same time, sit down and think about it. Newcastle knew that Isak is your main target and Ekitike is your second target. And I'm gonna be honest here. So they go and fucking bid for Ekitike, probably knowing that Ekitike might be rejected. Right? I'm gonna see if the hand of Arsenal said this. He said this months ago. He said this like weeks ago. I'm sorry. He said this like 2 weeks ago. Right? Basically, maybe Newcastle tricked you in going and like hurrying. Let's go and try to get Ekitike. Otherwise, we'll be stuck with the Mateta and other forwards as well. So maybe they tricked you, right? Like maybe they tricked you, to be honest with you. Maybe they did. What is going on? What is going on in the chat between Tyler and Vel? Can we stop this bullshit and focus on the show? You're frauds! Stop this. Nuaneri is renewing and we're going to talk about it. But this Ekitike deal to Newcastle, I had a talk with Osam and I didn't listen to his, to be honest, to his thing. People say that Mo Ekitike was always in Newcastle links. That is fair, okay? I agree with you. He was always linked to Newcastle. But do you think that Newcastle can sign both and keep both at the same team? And would they get rid of Isak to get Ekitike? right? خلاص يا Tyler. Okay. So you think that Newcastle would keep both in the team? I know that the aspirations is to keep both, right? Is to keep both, right? But it is what it is. Tevin, a season with just a little bit more luck on injuries. With an addition, we could make some noise. It is time to stop focusing on others and make sure we are the best we can be. Do you think that you are the best you can be? Don't you think that you could have tried at least for Isak? Tevin, you let me know. You let me know. Don't you think that Arsenal should have at least tried? Why are Liverpool trying and Arsenal not trying? You tell me financial situation at Arsenal. We have been told that the dream is Isak. Arteta loves Isak. Is his dream signing? Blah, blah, blah. And all the talk that happened before the end of the season. So why not try for Alexander Isak from Newcastle? You let me know in the chat. People are saying that Gyökeres is better than Isak. Do we believe that Gyökeres is going to get more goals than Isak? But also strikers is not only about the goals. It's about who's the better player. And I believe that Isak is the better player. Right? And everyone that is saying that Gyökeres is going to flop, you are a hater. Gyökeres is going to score a lot of goals for Arsenal. He's improving them. He's absolutely a bowler. I genuinely believe that he's good. But you cannot tell me that if you would rather have Isak. But I want to ask you a question. That is the thing. One answer in the chat. Let's get the likes to 3 and listen. Solo shows, you know the drill. They get pushed by your likes. So solo shows, you hit the like button. This is me. Matthias, stop telling me to stop. That is how I do the solo shows. We're talking, Yahi. I am talking to you. I am talking to you, Yahi. I'm talking to the people. I'm talking to the people in the chat. Love the Foot We Judge More community. Love the Judge More community. I love it. I love it. Okay. Would you rather have Gyokeres and Eze or only Isak? Okay, Gyokeres, Eze or only Isak? One answer only in the chat. It depends. It depends, to be honest. To answer this, Smith, I believe if Isak stays at Newcastle, I think Gyökeres will get more goals. If Isak goes to Liverpool, he will score more goals than Gyökeres, I believe. People say Gyökeres and Eze. People talk about Gyökeres and Eze. Someone said Lautaro. Gyökeres, Eze for sure. Okay, fair enough. Arsenal fans. Fair enough. Liverpool fans saying Isak. So Gyökeres and Eze or, okay, Gyökeres and Rodrygo. I think that is a good combination. Of course, the best combination is Isak and Rodrygo. Of course, we all know this. Right? We all know this. The better combination is Gyökeres and Rodrygo. But in the same time, Jay here go. A Newcastle fan is saying Isak will have to share minutes with Ekitike. What do you mean we'll have? What do you mean we'll have? So you're telling me that Alexander Isak, your crown jewel, is going to share minutes? And Ekitike, the guy that is quoted for 80 million euros, is going to come to the team without even guaranteed to play. Without even guarantees to play football. You're mad. I think that is crazy. But in the same time, I actually believe that, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, Jay. I believe that Newcastle can do it. If they convince Ekitike that you're coming to Newcastle to win trophies, and we're building for the future, we're keeping Isak, we're building a formidable team, we're going to sign a center back, we're going to get a right back, and we're in for a great season, and watch with Eddie Howe, right? Maybe Ekitike will join Newcastle, but no one here tells me it's a 4-4-2 and they're both going to play together and all this shit. That is not going to happen. Don't do this. Hit a like. Can we get to 300 likes in the next 5 minutes? We're only in 150 likes. 300 likes. People that are hating on Gyökeres, if Liverpool get Gyökeres, he will score 20-25 goals. Forget Isak. If Liverpool get Gyökeres, he will score 20-25 goals with Wirtz and Mohamed Salah. I believe so. I believe so, to be honest with you. That is what I believe. Mods, push the likes. Sean, push the likes. People, push the likes. The mods, where are the mods in the chat? Where are the mods? Mama Flossie, push the likes. Mama Flossie is here. Come on now. Come on, people. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Ammi Gyökeres mean we're talking about Isak. Gyökeres, who he's saying who is Gyökeres? We're talking about Isak. If Arsenal, I think you're a mod. Oh, okay. I think you're a mod already. Oh, I didn't know that you're not a mod. But listen, all I have to say, like, or I ask, fuck off, Vel. Fuck off, Vel. I know information about you that nobody knows. So stop. Don't gaslight me. You mistakenly said Gyökeres instead of Isak, but it's okay, Mo. I actually think that if Liverpool go, and by the way, you want to know the news? And let's talk about the news. Yalla, yalla. Yalla, let's talk about it. This is Liverpool make approach to sign Alexander Isak. Okay, good. This news from Santi. He's saying Liverpool are expected to enter the race to sign Rodrygo. Arne Slot is a big fan of the Real Madrid winger. From Marca as well, it is said that Bayern Munich submitted an official bid. It might be rejected. They are waiting for Rodrygo. And it says that his agent, Zahavi, is working on the deal to bring the Brazilian to the Merseyside. Okay. Liverpool have a card that no one thought about. It's called Ibrahima Konate, who doesn't want to renew his contract. Right? So Liverpool can play that card. Can actually sell Konate to Real Madrid and do the exchange. Why not? They can get a center back, and Liverpool will actually get Rodrygo over the line. Use Konate as a leverage and sell him to Real Madrid, or they push Konate to the side. But in my opinion, I actually think that we're underestimating Arsenal a little bit. So even if Liverpool get Isak, and I said that Liverpool will be heavily favorites, but if Arsenal go in and try to get Rodrygo as well, right? And they have Gyökeres and Rodrygo, along with, I'm not sure if Eze is going to join. There is news that Nwaneri is about to sign, right? I believe that Arsenal will be in for a good season. Remember, 2 seasons ago, Arsenal finished ahead of Liverpool. Okay, he made, who did? Ornstein did? Who did? Who made an update 10 minutes ago? Who did? Who made an update? Chelsea need to sell and start here. Real Madrid manager. يا عمي بلا Juventus. Who did an update? Who did an update? That guy, the Rodrygo guy, did an update. Eduardo Bogus, let's see. He did an update. Okay, let's see. One minute. Okay. Why is this? I can't translate this. Why I cannot translate this? What is the translation here? The Konate and the Rodrygo will not be dependent on the player. Okay, so he said that they're not dependent on each other. Okay, good. Okay. So it is not the same. So, but still, Liverpool can actually do this. All tweet about Rodrygo, it's still relevant. But you know that people change their minds, right? You guys know that people change their mind about things, right? Like he prefers Arsenal. But did Arsenal do the groundwork for him? Did Arsenal really do the groundwork? Did Arsenal... I remember that I read that Arsenal actually spoke to his camp before Liverpool. What is this? Oh my God. Okay, breaking. Liverpool are now going all in for Rodrygo. The English club has decided to strongly pursue the Brazilian. They will do whatever it takes to sign him. That is adorable. Oh my God. Oh la la. Imagine if Liverpool signed Rodrygo. Where is Eduardo, here you go. Where is it? Wow, that is ridiculous. So bomba, that is a bomba? Is a bomba? What the fuck? What the fuck? So Liverpool are going all in for Rodrygo? Right? Are you serious? Liverpool are trying to sign Rodrygo as well and Isak while Arsenal are getting Eze? Wow, what the fuck? Let's see. What the fuck? Bro, this is ridiculous. Woo! It's nuts. It's actually nuts. Oh my God, they're going all in for Rodrygo. Do we believe it? Yeah, but that is the guy from Brazil, Tevin. Oh my God, can Liverpool spend that much money and have that much wages? Can actually Liverpool spend that much money? I'm not sure though, but I believe that. Listen, they can, they might. Why not? Liverpool are building a formidable team. You know what I mean? Like a formidable team. He's reliable. People are saying he's reliable. So what are you doing here? What are you doing if Liverpool get Rodrygo? Can I ask you a genuine question? Do you believe that Liverpool are actually, Arsenal can compete with Liverpool? No, but people that don't believe it, okay, you know for real that Rodrygo's gonna want to leave, right? You know that Rodrygo's gonna want to leave. We all know this. That Rodrygo's gonna want to leave. You know what I mean? So if he leaves, why not Liverpool in for him? Why not? You're saying that if it happens, not a chance. So not a chance that Arsenal can win the league. Even if you only get Rodrygo. Okay, let me put you in a realistic situation. Let's actually be more realistic, okay? Let's be more realistic. Guys, over 600 people. You guys fill my heart with joy with these numbers and the likes and all the people that are here, right? Yalla, let's get the likes to 500 live like we did yesterday on the Sholo Show. The Sholo Show deserves likes. So hit the like button. I'm trying to catch up with the comments. You know what I mean? There's too many comments. So hit the like button. Right? Hit the like button. Let's get to 400 likes live. There is like almost 700 people here. Yalla. يا أخي, let the mods do their unpaid jobs. طب خلص all. Are you a mod as well, my friend? My Nigerian friend. Habibi. Where did you learn Habibi? ما هو أنت, you don't understand. I'm trying to get to a certain number on subscribers today. Let's go to the Madrid zone. People are saying let's go to the Madrid zone. All right. All right, let's go Madrid zone. Here we go. Madrid zone, let's go. Liverpool are ahead of Arsenal in the Rodrygo. That is what someone is saying. Okay, let me ask you something for real. Forget Isak. Let's all just take a step back and say that Newcastle are not selling Isak. Okay? Newcastle are not going to get Isak. Sorry, Liverpool are not getting Isak. Newcastle are not selling. So Newcastle are not selling Isak. By the way, there are news that Newcastle are actually now getting a little bit frustrated and they don't think they're going to get Ekitike. It took 1 day. Okay? Yeah, tell me. 1 day. Wink, wink. Wink, wink. 1 day. So they submit a bit, they get rejected, and then they are feeling frustrated. They're not going to get Ekitike. So now, Liverpool go and get Ekitike. And Liverpool get Rodrygo. Okay, they get Rodrygo. So Liverpool, let me play the game. Liverpool get Rodrygo and Ekitike. Arsenal get Eze, Madueke, Gyökeres. Okay? Can Arsenal battle Liverpool for the league? Can Arsenal win the league over Liverpool with Ekitike and Rodrygo? and Ekitike with Rodrygo. Do you think Liverpool, Arsenal can win the league then? Is that something that you think can happen? Or you think the league, Liverpool, by the way, we can't read the future. I can't read the future. You can't read the future. But we're talking here about the possibility. The possibility. You know what I mean? Like who's heavily favorites. Okay, I like this. We have a chance. People saying yes, hell no. Oh, I like this picture. Ayman, you're Egyptian. Yeah, Habibi, Inta Masri. We have a chance. Yeah, okay, fine. You have a chance. You know what? I believe, Kevin, that you shouldn't go next season saying we have a chance. City have a chance. Chelsea have a chance. How big of a chance? Do you believe in the team, or are you gonna do the vibes thing that a lot of Arsenal fans do? Are you gonna have like chest? Are you gonna have chest? Or you're gonna have like a little bit of like, well, we're doing vibes here. You know what I mean? Ya akhi, I'm Egyptian, ya akhi. I am Egyptian, ya Muhammad, ya Habibi, ana Masri. Yasser. Thank you, Yasser, for the super chat. Oh, the second super chat of this stream. Big up for the support, my friend. Big up for getting involved in the support. Could mean they plan to sell Salah next year. I don't think that Liverpool will sell Salah. I think Liverpool are gonna run down the contract of Mohamed Salah. I think so. Tahayati Muhammad. I think so. So, but having a chance is different than having chest. For example, like you have to go into the season believing that, listen, we can be better than this team. We got a chance as much as them. But having a shy opinion about, you know what, we got a chance, you know? We got a chance of winning the league. That is not what you have to be. You got to be a little bit more favorite, a little bit more confident. You remember, Liverpool can afford. Guys, don't do that, the personal insults and idiots and all this shit. We're all adults here. So we have to go in being deluded to be blasted by everyone. So that now you're talking. I like this. No. That's not what I mean, wallahi Tevin. That's not what I meant. You are being realistic. But my point about this, right, is I think Arsenal must do more to actually be convinced that they're actually going to win the league. You know what I mean? That is my point. Like, I believe that you need more to actually be convinced that you're going to win the league. I'm going to tell you something, guys, for real. If Liverpool don't sign Isak and they get Ekitike and they get even Rodrygo and Arsenal get Eze and Gyökeres, Arsenal have a good chance of winning the league. Not more than Liverpool, but I believe that they will have a good chance. We keep forgetting as fans how Muhammad, please speak in English. 7 weeks of negotiation for one player is fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Wallahi, stop you are. I think actually 7 weeks of negotiation while Chelsea did drop Pedro like this, Kittens like that, Liverpool did Verts, City did Cherki, Nouri, Reinders, Arsenal did Zubamendi, did Mosquera, you know what I mean? They got Madueke, and then 7 weeks of fucking negotiation for Mbuemo. It's fucking crazy. Bro, it's tough out here. It's cold out here for Man United fans. It is cold. It's cold out here for Man United fans. Ilios, Omar Barada, we are challenging in 2027 is crazy. It's actually crazy. We are here for it. 7 weeks. But I believe you're going to get Mbuemo at the end. I believe. I'm still standing on my opinion. You're gonna get Mbuemo. The problem with getting Mbuemo late, it's something that you brought up in your in the comment, in the chat, in the group. That the strikers are getting away. You know, Joao Pedro sold, Ekitike is gonna be sold, Gyökeres is sold. You're gonna be left with Mateta. Even Liverpool might sign Mateta if they sell Nunes. If Liverpool get Ekitike and they sell Nunes, they might get even Mateta as a backup, and you might end up with Rasmus Højlund. The strikers are going away. You know, like no striker available. Like Man United are gonna look here, Man United gonna look there, and there won't be a striker available in the market. And by the way, just to tell you that Inter said the valuation is too high. We're not actually signing, what's his name? No, I believe that if you sign Mbuemo with Xerxes, you might have an okay season. You might have an okay season. What the fuck? What is this fucking thing behind me, bro? What is this thing? Even Spurs are doing signings. Even Spurs are triggering like release clauses. Big up Mo, like and subscribe. Up the Chelsea. Damin is saying from Australia. Big up Damin. Vida is saying if Salah keeps performing like he has, we might give him an extension as well. It is not impossible for Salah. Not sure why Bayern not going for Rodrygo. There is a clear reason why Bayern are not going for Rodrygo, which is something that it was reported because Rodrygo said that he prefers probably the Premier League. So that is a report that he preferred Arsenal. He prefers move to the Premier League. But now Liverpool are trying to sign Mr. Rodrygo. If this happened and Bayern trying to sign Eze, I believe that Eze might choose Arsenal over Bayern for a couple of reasons. Number one, he's an Arsenal fan. His dream is to play for Arsenal. And I believe that he's going to choose Arsenal over Bayern Munich. And for the people that tell me I'm crazy, there is the London thing. He might want to stay in London, you know? They might have to stay in London. And I believe that Crystal Palace will ask Bayern, like, if the release clause is paid in lump sum, maybe. But I believe that he might actually want to stay in London. People saying I'm crazy. That is just me, broski. I'm at the end of the night. It's 12:30 in the morning where I am. And you're in for Footy Judgment special. That is what we are. The window ain't closed yet. I believe you. The window ain't closed yet. No one is saying that the window is closed. But there are deals that are happening. And the what is it called? The preseason is about to start. You know, the Club World Cup is finished. And there are players that are going to go on holidays and players that will actually start doing games with their club. You know what I mean? Wallahi, damn it, I didn't see it. Maybe next stream. Let me just check it out first because I didn't look at it. I can't show a picture on the stream without actually having something like solid. I just didn't see it, you know? Oh my God. Look at this. That is a great picture. Guys, look at this. Wallahi, this is a great picture from one of my friends of the show. It's right here. Let's go. Let's see it. It's actually a great picture. Look at this kid. A Chelsea fan already seen 2 trophies. A Chelsea fan already seen 2 trophies. Before even, like, he's 1 year old, bro. He's less than 1 year old. A Chelsea fan celebrating Chelsea winning 2 trophies. Fantastic picture. Fantastic picture. Absolutely phenomenal. But listen, I believe that Rodrygo will actually go to I believe that there will be a race for Rodrygo. There will be a bidding war for Rodrygo. Up the Chelsea, as people are saying. Breaking news. AS. This is by the way is moving. By the way, the window is moving crazy. This is actually ridiculous. Right, the current moment, people. Do you think that? Okay, let me ask you something for real. That is something that I asked before, and I want to get your opinion on it. Who's more attractive? Imagine that Rodrygo is going to go to Liverpool, start on the left. And he's going to go to Arsenal, and he's going to start on the left. Who's more attractive? Arsenal or Liverpool? And why? I want to know why. Don't just tell me Arsenal or Liverpool. Who is attractive? I believe at the current moment, in the short term, right? I believe that it has to be Liverpool after signing Wirtz, keeping Salah. You know what I mean? No pause here. No pause here. Don't do the pause thing. We don't do it here, broski. We don't do it. So I believe that maybe Liverpool is more attractive in the short term. The reason why Liverpool might be going for the Champions League, Liverpool might be going for the Premier League this season, and they are favorites, right? So Arsenal need to sell a big dream to Rodrygo for him to join Arsenal. You know what I mean? For him to join Arsenal, they need to sell him a big dream. If people want to talk about living in the city and Liverpool, I've been to Liverpool, all the same, bro. If you live in a mansion, you live in a mansion somewhere. You go to training every day. You got your jet, and you can actually fly anywhere you want. It's not about that. An agenda question veiled in banter. Not true. Not true. It's a genuine question that I want an answer for. It's genuinely a question, because there are people, there are arguments that goes for both clubs. Liverpool short term, maybe because remember, Liverpool or Salah is at the end of his career. Alisson is going to leave. You know, Van Dijk might leave. So there is an argument that Arsenal might be more attractive in the next 5 years than Liverpool. Yes, Liverpool won the Premier League. Yes, Liverpool won the Champions League. But who says that Arsenal are not targeting? You know, you sell the project to a player that you are targeting the Premier League and the Champions League, right? Of the Champions League. So either you join 6 stars Liverpool and play at mythical Anfield, or join 0 UEFA Champions League. But that's not the case. Because would you join Manchester United, 20 league titles, a treble, 3 Champions Leagues, or would you join Chelsea, 6 league titles, 2 Champions League? The answer is Chelsea Football Club. It doesn't work like by the number of trophies. Even in the 2000s, Man United were more attractive than Liverpool. Even Arsenal were more attractive than Liverpool, because you didn't have. Because you weren't winning and you weren't challenging then. You won the Champions League in 2005, and that is it. You know what I mean? So the reality is, it depends on what you think, right? But I'll actually start a question here. If Saudi comes for our footy judge Mo, how much could he cost? Me? What do you mean? For our Mo Salah, you mean? Not me. Why would the Saudi sign me to do content in Arabic? By the way, someone tried to convince me to start doing content in Arabic, to actually target the Middle East region and do the content in Arabic. I said, not now, maybe in a bit, right? And what if Saliba, Gabriel, and Saka decide to leave next summer or the following if they can't win? What if Konate leaves? What if Van Dijk leaves? What if Salah leaves? What if McAllister decides to go to Real Madrid as well? We can play this game. That is not how it works. You cannot tell me how it works. Like this is, what if Saliba leaves? We know that Salah, we know that Van Dijk might not renew the contract. You know what I mean? We know that. So, but to be honest with you, like you can't do that if Rodrygo, Saka, what if Salah leaves? What if Isak doesn't go to Liverpool and goes to Barcelona? You know what I mean? What if Liverpool, what if Wirtz in 2 years or next year want to join Real Madrid to play for Xabi Alonso? I can do this game, bro. What if Frimpong doesn't work? Can't. At the current moment, Arsenal renewed Saka, Arsenal renewed Gabriel, Arsenal are renewing Saliba, so there's no fear. You know what I mean? Omar Sheikh from Canada. Big up, Omar. Thank you, Habibi, for the 99 cents. Are you like giving tip to a belly dancer? But thank you for the support, though. Is that a belly dancer, as Osam says? عريون بتنقط الرقاصة ولا ايه؟ يا معلم تسلم حبيبي. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate the empty super chat. He actually deleted his message for some whatever reason. But yeah, big up, my man, for this. You know what I mean? Big up for this. There are other news as well. Saka to replace Mo in 2027. No, that's not happening. You know what I mean? That is not happening. You know, what other news? Like, there are other news that I wanted to speak about. Liverpool approach. The problem with the people now, there is the Nunes news. The problem with people now is that now that Darwin Nunes, Napoli informed Liverpool that they aren't going to try to go for Darwin Nunes, right? So Napoli, I promise you guys, that is the reality, that Liverpool would not have rejected the bid if they don't have something in the bag. If they don't have something that is, you know what I mean? They have an alternative. They have an alternative plan for Darwin Nunes. Liverpool must have an alternative plan for Darwin Nunes. You know what I mean? Here you go with the, like, genuinely. You cannot tell me, right, that Liverpool don't have a plan. Nobody can convince me that Darwin Nunes is not for sale. They definitely have an agreement, or they're waiting for a bid from Saudi Arabia or a bid from someone else that they want Darwin Nunes. They won't just reject they won't reject the Napoli bid if they are not expecting a better bid from something else, right? My man here is a City fan. He's saying, Mo, I'm confident in my team. We will win the title, and my manager hasn't gone 2 years without the league title, and Liverpool only win 2 titles because my season-ending injuries. So a lot of City fans, some City fans are believing this, but no one talks about City being actually title, like real title share. People say that, yeah, we cannot rule out City because of Pep Guardiola. But no one is convinced that City will win the title. There is no one other than City fans are convinced that City will win the title. Arsenal fans are maybe convinced that their team will win the title, or Liverpool fans are convinced they're going to win the title. No one is convinced that Man City will win the title, which is actually crazy, because you got to know that Pep Guardiola is their manager. You know what I mean? Omar Sheikh from Canada. Don't forget Verts. It didn't get delivered. Sorry. No problem, Habibi. Thank you so much for the second super chat. Really appreciate you, Habibi. Thank you so much all the way from Canada. If Isak joins Liverpool, right? Like, if Isak joins Liverpool, are Arsenal fans afraid of Liverpool if Isak joins Liverpool? Do they believe, because the dream might be over? Is your dream over? Like, I believe that if Liverpool sign Isak, they are so much favorites. As it is reported that they might actually get the guy. For the good of football, we don't want that. What do you mean by this? You mean that you don't want Gyökeres, you don't want Isak at Liverpool? Fair enough. He may stay 1 year due to Jota's passing. Yeah, fair enough. He might stay 1 more year to Jota's passing. I believe that he's going to depart this summer, and you're going to get a player in his place, Fonzie. Like, you might get a player in his place, like a Mateta, or a striker that no one talks about. You might get a striker that no one heard about from Germany to be like the second striker behind whoever you're going to get a striker, right? Right? So it depends. But I believe he's not even good enough to be a backup, Fonzie. Liverpool for life. I want to be your member. I don't like membership, but you can be the member. You can just sign for the members. The members are there. The members, you can just buy membership. I'm going to try to do the membership badges. Someone can teach me. Right? Someone can teach me how to do memberships. Big up my man for the super chat. Really appreciate you. They are worried about Thierry Noni. Footy Judge Mo, they are worried about Thierry Noni. I hope so, but I understand the situation. But you know that if you receive a bid of like the region of 40, 50 million pounds, you will sell him. You know that, right? You know that he's gone. 50 million pounds, he's gone. Liverpool are preparing the opening bid for Alexander Isak. I still not convinced that Liverpool will get Isak. I'm convinced. I'm being honest, Mo. I don't care anymore. There will be arguments against Arsenal regardless. We just got to focus on maximizing what we have and what we can bring. We went to the Champs semi with a DM up front. So, yeah, that is what I mean by people forget how good Arsenal were in some games. Like, Arsenal were very good in some games, and Arsenal were like Arsenal are not a bad team. Like, remember, 2 seasons back to back, Arsenal finished ahead of Liverpool with that same spine. Yes, Liverpool had injuries, but also Arsenal had injuries last season. You know what I mean? Like, it is not like people judge Arsenal based on only last season, but forget the seasons before. But they judge Liverpool based on the season before, like last season, but they never remember the seasons that happened before where Liverpool finished behind Arsenal. There is a possibility, but I believe if Liverpool get Isak, like, they are favorites, to be honest with you. They are, like, if Liverpool get Isak, I believe that the scale is in their side massively. You know what I mean? Like, massively. And it's, I know that Gyökeres is a very good player, guys. I know that. And I know that Gyökeres might score a lot of goals. But in the same time, Isak, Premier League experience, we saw how he plays. He knows the league. He knows the physicality in the league and everything. So I believe that it might be a little bit tough for Arsenal to actually win the league. It might be tougher for them to win the league, but Arsenal need to be very consistent in order to win the league. And can you get good? Remember, Arsenal have new players. So are Liverpool. Liverpool might have a new striker, a new attacking mid. There's a new right back. There's a new left back. Arsenal, basically, apart from Zubamendi, they have the same back line. They can have the right winger. If they get Rodrygo and Gyökeres, Arsenal will have plenty of new players like Gyökeres, Rodrygo, Zubamendi. These are new players. Does that play a part in who does what in the plan? You know what I mean? The question is how Gabriel, Saka, and Timber returning after those big injuries and surgeries. You know, Saka's going to be all right. But why do you care about Gabriel? Is the one that is that is the one. That is the one, to be honest. That is the one. In my opinion, oh, sorry, I just got a message. Arsenal are matured now, Mo. Yes, Arsenal have matured, 100%. Gyökeres will hit Haaland numbers. Gyökeres is in a huge upgrade, though, Mo, considering we played Moreno for a while. 100%, you're right. You're right. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. I think, Mo, we forget that Arsenal doesn't play Liverpool 38 times, and Viktor helps them. Unlike the teams that drew, Isak should worry Arsenal. Yeah, you're not right. You're not wrong. So if that is the case, do we believe that the league will be ending in the 90s point? In the 90s? Like, is that something that you can think about, to be honest? In the 90s? Probably. Maybe yes, maybe no. It depends on what you do, to be honest with you. But we'll see how it goes with Arsenal and Liverpool and all this stuff. But in my opinion, I want to hear what you guys think, to be honest. I want to hear what you guys think. Gyökeres will score more than Isak. You, man, just love to push narratives because Isak is from the Prem. So you believe, Jordan, that Gyökeres is the better player than Isak? Really? Because I believe that Isak is the better player. There are other news that we didn't speak about, actually. Like Arsenal are starting to bid for Eze. I think Eze adds a lot to Arsenal. Right? I actually think that Eze adds a lot to Arsenal. There is the other thing about Viktor Gyökeres is actually completing his move to Arsenal. I know that you're gonna hear the here we go probably tomorrow or something. By the way, the Ethan Nwaneri renewal for Arsenal is very good, right? It's very, very good. It's very good news for Arsenal Football Club that Ethan Nwaneri is staying. That is David Ornstein. It's the final stages. That is so good, of course. But in the same time, I actually believe that this is gonna end being Ekitike to Liverpool at the end. Is Ekitike better than Gyökeres? Is he even gonna get? Right? Is he even gonna get? How many goals will Ekitike get next season if he goes to Liverpool? I'm actually not sure. I know that Liverpool are gonna try to go for Isak and everything, but like people think that Ekitike is gonna go to Newcastle. People think that Ekitike is gonna go to Newcastle. If Ekitike goes to Newcastle, Isak might leave. Isak might leave. You know what I mean? And if Isak leaves and he goes to Liverpool, it's crazy. Come on, Mo. We all know. We all now live not spending another 100 million. No chance. So yes. So they said. So Liverpool. So okay. So you're telling me that this it's no formal bid, but it's an inquiry about 120 million. I'm just gonna tell you something, my man. An inquiry sitting at the table. Informal bid, blah, 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 right? Communication. Basically, Liverpool told Newcastle, would you sell for 120? Would you sell Isak for 120? You know what I mean? Would you do that? Like, basically, it's not a formal bid, but it's literally like how much is Isak? It is 120 okay? It's basically Liverpool are willing to spend 120 as of now on Alexander Isak. You know what I mean? For Ekitike, oh my God, the people that are coping and saying Gyökeres is better than Isak. I'm not ruling it out that maybe Gyökeres will get a lot of goals for Arsenal. But you cannot tell me that the player Isak is not better than Gyökeres. Oh, what a question. What a question. But I'm going to argue with you and tell you something. I'm going to tell you something that you don't understand. The argument against City is a checkbook manager. You cannot say that about Arne Slot because he literally won the league with no legs Chiesa, 10 million pound Chiesa. So that argument is wrong. Already it's proven wrong because he won the league without any signings. So he deserves signings now. So it's not a checkbook manager. It's not. You get my point? Isak is the better player. No, because they just can't replace 50 million players in the next year by replacing them with other 50 million players. That's what City do, to be honest. That's what City do. City are like, oh, we bought this guy. He's not good. Can we spend the same money again next season to get a better player? Who gets more GA? Salah, Wirtz, Isak, or Rodrygo? Mohamed Salah, number one. Where is Isak playing? Newcastle or Liverpool? And where is Rodrygo playing? Liverpool or Arsenal? You gotta let me know. You have to let me know. Where? Number one, Salah. Number 2, 3, and 4, depending on where they play. If Isak goes to Liverpool, I believe it would be Salah, Isak, then Wirtz. If Isak stays at Newcastle, all Liverpool. Okay, you're telling me all Liverpool? Salah, Isak, Verts, then Rodrygo. And by the way, that's how I rate them as players, by the way. That's how I rate them as players individually, by the way. I'm being completely honest here. That's how I rate this guy and this guy. Why do I have? Why do I have this? Look at this. Look at this melt that is called whatever Titi Bangura, who played football before, is literally do this. Fucking idiot, bro. Fucking stupid idiot. This guy is begging for attention. He's fucking weirdo. He's a weirdo begging for attention. Really begging for attention. Anyway, Manchester United again. And I bet he watches the streams as well, by the way. I bet he watches. 63 million euros plus 10 million to move to Arsenal. Rodrygo is better than Verts? I don't believe so. I believe Verts is better than Rodrygo, to be honest with you. I believe it's better than Rodrygo. To be honest, I believe that Verts is. Bro, he's a weirdo, bro. I'm just telling you. He's a weirdo. This guy is begging for attention. He really wants attention so bad. I don't know him at all. He said he knew who I was. You know what I mean? I'm a YouTuber. And he's like, I know who you are. I'm Titi Bangora. I played football for this. I don't know even the guy. I heard the name before. And he's like, by the way, he's there is another guy that is in my, every time I post something, he's in my comment section. And he's like, he's hating. He's not even like putting something positive or commenting. But anyway, I believe that Verts is better than Rodrygo. People really think that Rodrygo is better than Verts. As a player, I'm not convinced about that. To be honest, I'm not that convinced that he's better than Rodrygo, to be honest. Right? I'm not. Are you guys? Why? Verts is as a 10, he scores goals, he gets assists. Rodrygo's a winger, he's good. But there is a conversation to be had. But we know that Isak is the better player. You know that. We all know this. Okay, let me just forget the news. Let me talk to you on a big screen like this. Right? Winger versus a CM. But who's better? Okay, so Sol, who's better in their position? So let me give you an example. You can actually say who's better in their position. Like for example, you can compare a forward to a center back. Who is better, for example, Virgil van Dijk or Gabriel Jesus in their position? Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk without a shadow of a doubt. We will see. Like, I'm not saying that he won't. Rodrygo's a good player. But people, before I continue, we cannot have 260, at least live 300 likes. At least. Give me 300. Just 300. Just 300. Hit that like button. I believe Rodrygo's very good as a winger, but people make it like Rodrygo is like, I don't know, who's like Salah. Rodrygo's like Salah level. He's not like Salah. Mo Foden as only attacking mid with 100 goals without penalties. Foden plays for Manchester City, which is very good, right? It's very, very good. How can't you see the live count? How? Try to just refresh your stream. Refresh your stream. Is some live yet? No, it's not. It's not. But listen. I need a comment. Eze better than Verts is wild, but I tend to agree. I believe Eze is a very good player. Is he better than Verts? No, I don't think so. But he's a great player. But I think Verts can actually go levels. I think maybe Eze can go levels as well. But I believe that Eze is a very, very good player. You know what I mean? Like, So who's gonna have a bigger impact? The problem is, the problem is like even Eze, if he goes to Arsenal, he's gonna play a left winger. You know what I mean? Like because he's not gonna start. I think he's gonna force. Like I think he's gonna force himself into the lineup, the starting lineup, but it will take a little bit of time. You know what I mean? But I like the thing about it that that there is a player that personally you like watching. It's Eze for Mo, just for Mo. Big up Mauritius people. Arshad, big up from Mauritius. I like it. Irox, big up Irox for the support. Big up Irox for the support to the channel. Big up, my man. Thank you. Isak with his injury history or Pedro plus Delap? Isak with his injury history. Chelsea did incredible business. Isak is good, but overrated since there is only Haaland and he's ass. You know what? If instead of signing Pedro and Delap together, you went and signed Isak, even though both of them, the price is not going to even match Isak, I believe that Isak might get Chelsea to win, to actually challenge for the league and give them a chance. You know the difference. Isak at Chelsea with Palmer behind him might really get like 25, 30 goals at least. You know what I mean? But to say that Pedro and Delap together, you can't play the two players together. But I know what you're talking about, the injury history. But you can't play both together. Like you gotta play one, unless you're gonna come up with a plan to play both together, Delap and Pedro. But Isak injury history, yes, but we have seen a lot of players that have injury history and they still like go to other clubs and actually be very, very healthy. We have seen it plenty of times. And we have seen players that didn't have injury history and they go to other clubs and they kind of get injured all the time. That happens all the time. Bro, relax. He's someone that is worried that Isak goes to Liverpool. He is someone that is probably crying in his bed. And he's like, if Isak goes to Liverpool, we'll have no chance of winning the title. I'm going to cope. Sad, you're scared. Because you believe that it can happen. You're scared, broski. I know you are scared. I know that it's a slim chance, but I know that you are scared a little bit. You're like you're a little bit scared, Sad. I know that you're like, what if it happens? I keep saying it's not going to happen. But what if it happens, Guys, can we get the likes to 300? 8 likes away. Mods, 8 likes away. Can you read my last comment? Okay, I can read your last comment. You always say these things. What is your last comment? Mo, I find it crazy how people abuse Prem players but big up other players from other leagues. But there is also say Prem is the hardest league. I think it's the other way around. Everyone says that the Prem proven is a thing, broski. The Prem proven is a thing. Isak injury prone. Gyökeres better in the Sweden team. So a lot of Arsenal fans that wanted Isak this summer are now coping and saying, no, Gyökeres is better. Wallah, if you ask if Gyökeres and Isak are the same price, I believe that there is zero fan out here that will take Gyökeres over Isak. Zero. Big fat zero. Big fat zero. That is my belief. That no one, if they are both the same price, you will definitely go for Isak, not Gyökeres. You're Bermuda Gunnar, with all due respect. You're coping. I'm not saying that Isak is going to Liverpool, but you wanted Isak. Everyone wanted Alexander Isak. Arsenal fans. I remember the shows. No one was talking about Isak to Liverpool. We had shows with a lot of Arsenal fans, and we were talking about Isak to Arsenal. Will he upgrade? Why would he leave Newcastle to go to Arsenal? Well, can Arsenal afford the money? Where is the money coming from? Yes, we can. Arsenal is a big step from Newcastle. He comes to Arsenal to try to challenge for the league. We are a big club. Newcastle is a small club. We're going to try to go for Isak this summer. My dream is Isak. We're going to go to Newcastle. Bro, we have seen it all. We have seen it all. Like, I know the Arsenal fans wanted Isak. Dayo sat here on this channel and said, I wanted Isak. Saad sat here and said he wanted Isak. Ashraf said, I wanted Isak. Everyone, TKA in the chat, wanted Isak. Everyone did. Everyone did. You did. I know that everyone did. But I know the prices. Stephen brings a very good point. That the price is different. Yes, it is completely different. The price is higher, of course. It is funny. No one is talking about Gyökeres 9 after Isak. I believe that Gyökeres is a very good player. He's going to score buckets. He's going to score buckets. He's going to score a lot of goals. I'm not, by the way, I'm not here disrespecting Gyökeres. I'm not. I'm saying Gyökeres is a player that Arsenal needed, and they got to get the guy over the line. I don't know why it took a bit more 2 days than it should. Oh, yeah, that is very, very big as well. Yes, 100%. You're absolutely correct. Zubamendi is going to be amazing. But is your midfield going to be better with Zubamendi or Thomas Partey? So, yeah, Arsenal will get Gyökeres. And I agree with this comment from Kathy. Yeah, Arsenal, you got him, so have faith in your signing. And Arsenal fans have faith. I know a lot of Arsenal fans have faith in Gyökeres. A lot of them. Imagine Salah gets a striker to help him. Man, do you think that he is going to get more GA? I think Arsenal play differently a little bit, yes. 100% without a shadow of a doubt. I think Arsenal play a little bit different next season. So, yeah, 100%. Gyökeres gave up money to move to Arsenal. Good luck, Isak. Gyökeres, by the way, Arsenal, he's going to give you everything on the pitch. The guy did everything to move to Arsenal without a shadow of a doubt. So 100%, he is absolutely, he's going to die on that pitch for Arsenal Football Club. He's going to die on that pitch for Arsenal Football Club. Right? Without a shadow of a doubt. And everyone that says otherwise, people just want to be tribal. Nobody can be objective, man. Yeah, I believe there is a lot of YouTube that is not objective at the current moment. Arsenal lovers, back your manager. He wants Cisco. He's not. Now they got Gyökeres, so stop the bullshit. They got Gyökeres. It's good. It's a very good signing for them. Yeah, we'll see. If Arsenal get Gyökeres and Rodrygo, I think they have a very good chance to actually win the league. But if Isak goes to Liverpool, it changes. But if Liverpool get Ekitike only, we'll see. Oh my God. If that happens, oh no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You know it's not going to happen. Gyökeres is going to come banging in Arsenal. Gyökeres is going to be great for Arsenal. I'm telling you from now, Gyökeres is going to be phenomenal for Arsenal. No one is talking about Estevao. Here you go. Chelsea fans want a little bit of like, well, can we talk about Chelsea? Can we talk about Chelsea? You know? But anyway, I do more. Trust me. We'll see how it goes. No, Arsenal are not favorites. Arsenal are not favorites. But if you get Rodrygo and Gyökeres, I believe you have a 50-50% chance with Liverpool. If Liverpool don't get Isak, remember. If Liverpool get Isak, it's different. But if Liverpool get Ekitike and Arsenal get Rodrygo and Gyökeres, it's a 50-50. I'm going to sit here and tell you it's a 50-50. I'm being serious, by the way. And if you want to say otherwise, it's up to you. If Liverpool get Isak, it moves up a little bit. It moves up a little. Also depends. Like Ekitike going to Liverpool, who's going to be the left winger? We'll see. Like Rodrygo and Gyökeres plus Zubamendi, that is a very good window, you know? Now, Liverpool go and get Ekitike, good player. How many goals? Verts is there, new to the Prem. Physicality is a problem in the Prem. Physicality hit a lot of people in the Prem, so it's not easy, you know what I mean? So, but we'll see. Now, Arsenal go and get Eze, Rodrygo, Gyökeres, different talk. different talk. But we'll see how it goes. But listen, I'm gonna let you guys go. We got to 300 likes, which is the target. Tomorrow, turn on the notification bell. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. UK time, me and lead judges, we're doing a show one-on-one, as I promised you before. We'll talk about everything. We'll talk about Liverpool and Isak and everything. So hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel, guys, if you are new. And I will see you guys soon. This will take you to Husam's stream, where he has Martin, Winter Surfer. He got a big panel for you, you know? It's the TJ, and he has Sheikh. So go and support my boy. Sam, that would be a great debate, to be honest with you. Sam, good night, people. And I will see you guys soon, of course.